The wreckage of this bus that rolled over on I-65 South in Indiana. What we're learning about the 21 people who were on board.
An LMPD school resource officer accused of choking a teen unconscious. See the surveillance video for the first time.
We've got some problems. Another flood watch in effect. The data suggests we're going to see another 1 to 3 inches of rain, and the flooding's going to get worse. When it crests and when you'll see the sunshine return with 60s coming up next.
A 5-year-old left on a JCPS school bus for hours. How it happened and the action the district is taking.
Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Valerie Chin.
And I'm David Scott. A tour bus carrying an Indiana bowling team crashes along I-65. The trip began in Fort Wayne at Indiana Tech University.
Something went terribly wrong just before 11 this morning. WDRB's Rachel Collier begins our team coverage from the scene of where the bus rolled off the interstate. Rachel?
I-65 southbound opened up around 1:30 this afternoon. We are on a shoulder at the rest area near where this happened. The bus landed in this ditch behind me. The most important thing that we have learned today is that all 21 people on board are expected to live. When we first pulled up to the scene, it didn't look good. This bus rolled over and was facing the wrong direction.
When you have a bus, of course, you know, there's a lot of lives on board and we care about that. So the moment we got the call, we knew this was going to be a serious crash.
Before 11 this morning, something went wrong. This charter bus ran off I-65 South, just north of Henryville, Indiana. It was carrying 16 members of a bowling team from Indiana Tech in Fort Wayne. Their coach, his wife, the driver, and others were traveling to Tennessee for a tournament. All 21 people were taken to area hospitals, 12 to University of Louisville, 8 to Scott County, and 1 to Clark County.
To my knowledge, I know of at least 7 helicopters that were used. There may be more, and numerous ground ambulances.
It's those kinds of resources, particularly air assets, when these kinds of things happen, that are so important. But we all should be proud of that. We all should be proud. I suspect what's occurred is they called for everyone available. And by golly, they all came from the Louisville area.
Indiana's governor sent the top official of Indiana State Police to the scene, Superintendent Doug Carter. The bus was pulled upright and taken to a secure storage facility.
As we know now, we have no life-threatening injuries, which is tremendous news. I can't imagine the moms and the dads and the friends and family members that have heard about this. So we want everyone to know that we will do everything within our power to be able to not only explain what happened, but to define what happened. And that comes with time, and now's not the time for us to speculate as to what might have occurred.
It will take weeks for investigators to determine exactly what happened this morning. Investigators are talking to witnesses. They're also checking out the bus company. We have learned more information about the bus company, Excursions Trailways, and its safety record. For more information on that, go to WDRB.com. Reporting live alongside I-65, Rachel Collier, WDRB News.
Rachel, thank you. Stefan Johnson is at University Hospital where most of those hurt were taken.
And he picks up our team coverage today with what doctors are saying right now. Stefan?
Well, good afternoon. Behind me, at least 12 people are being treated from that accident here at a university hospital, and at least 2 of them are in serious condition.
We are evaluating those patients for the potential of a fractured pelvis, wrist, and possible concussion.
And most of the patients arrived here at the hospital just before noon today. Several came by ambulance, and the most serious ones were transported by helicopter. Hospital officials say that the victims range in age from 19 to 76. That includes members of the Indiana Tech bowling team, a coach and his spouse, and the bus driver. Meanwhile, doctors are also looking into other health concerns with that bus driver, but don't know if any of them are connected to the crash.
Actually, the driver, we are working up for cardiac or possible stroke-like symptoms. So again, we do not know. We're not going to definitively say right now what led to the accident. That's not for us to say, or what his actual condition may have been at the time of the crash.
And behind me, you can probably hear the helicopter just landed again. It has been a busy morning, busy day for that helipad and the helicopters here. We're told that there are other issues going on in Kentuckiana, so a lot of patients brought here today. The other patients were taken to Clark Memorial, Scott County hospitals in Indiana, and hospital officials say They don't believe any of the injuries are life-threatening. Live at University Hospital, I'm Stefan Johnson, WDRB News.
And we just received these photos of Indiana Tech's men's and women's bowling teams. They were on their way to a tournament in Tennessee when this bus accident happened. Right now, it's not clear which of the members of the team were on the bus. We'll have more from our reporters in the field coming up at 4:30.
A charter bus carrying an Indiana bowling team rolls off I-65.
WDRB's Rachel Collier begins our team coverage from the scene of this crash. Rachel?
I-65 southbound reopened around 1:30 this afternoon. We are on the shoulder at the rest area near where this crash happened. The bus ended up in the ditch behind me. Take a look at the video of the bus. Miraculously, all 21 people on board are expected to live. Members of a bowling team from Indiana Tech in Fort Wayne were traveling to Tennessee for a tournament. Before 11 o'clock this morning, something went wrong. The bus went off I-65 south just north of Henryville, Indiana. Indiana's governor sent the top official for Indiana State Police to the scene.
As we know now, we have no life-threatening injuries, which is tremendous news. I can't imagine the moms and the dads and the friends and family members that have heard about this. So we want everyone to know that we will do everything within our power to be able to not only explain what happened, but to define what happened. And that comes with time, and now's not the time for us to speculate as to what might have occurred.
The bus was towed to a secure storage facility. It could be weeks before investigators determine exactly what happened and what caused this wreck. They are talking to witnesses and checking out the bus company. We learn more about the bus company, Excursions Trailways, and its safety record. For more information on that, head to WDRB.com. Reporting live in Clark County along I-65, Rachel Collier, WDRB News.
Rachel, thank you. Many of those hurt were taken to University Hospital here in Louisville.
WDRB's Stefan Johnson continues our team coverage with what we're learning about their injuries. Stefan.
Well, good afternoon, guys. Right now, family members are en route, and behind me, doctors are still evaluating and talking to the victims of the crash.
Everybody is conscious. Everybody is able to talk to us. And so that is a good thing. That's always a very positive thing. We have a couple that say they do not quite remember what happened at the time of the accident.
Right now, at least 12 people from the tour bus are being treated here at University Hospital. The victims are members of the Indiana Tech bowling team, a coach and his wife, and the bus driver. In addition to treating all of the patients, hospital officials are trying to get more information about what may have caused the crash.
Some just basically said they didn't really realize what was happening at the time, you know, that the crash occurred. It happened very quickly. Before they knew it, they were off the road. They're not quite sure.
And behind me, you can hear the helicopter taking off. As we said at 4 o'clock, it has been a very busy day for the helipad here at University Hospital. There are a number of things going on here in Kentuckiana, so they've responded to the accident on Interstate 65 and some other issues or accidents in this area. Meanwhile, we're told that none of the incidents and none of the injuries are said to be life-threatening. Live at University Hospital, I'm Stefan Johnson, WDRB News.
All right, Stefan, thank you. Indiana Tech says the men's and women's bowling teams were headed to Smyrna, Tennessee for a tournament when the bus crashed.
They left this morning and were supposed to arrive today.
I just appreciate the support we are getting. We're hearing via people from social media, people calling in, people reaching out to us, just offering their support, and we greatly appreciate that.
Indiana Tech says the bus is operated by Excursions Trailways. That's a contractor for the university. The school is sending team members from Indianapolis and Fort Wayne to Louisville to assist the injured students and staff and help their families. Indiana Tech says it will continue to update information about the crash on social media.